topic of today's debate is role of youth in nation building. We have four students here, two in favor and two against. Let's hear both sides.
Hello, everyone. I strongly believe youth play a key role in nation building. India has the world's largest youth population. More than 65% of our people are below 35. This energy, creativity, and fresh thinking can transform our country. For example, young entrepreneurs in India like Ritesh Agrela of Oyo and Baiju Ravindran of Byju's have created jobs for thousands. If youth take responsibility, India can become a global leader.
I respect the point, but I disagree. Youth may have energy, but they lack experience. Running a nation requires wisdom, patience, and practical knowledge, which usually comes with age. For example, India's freedom struggle was guided by experienced leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel, not just the young. If we leave everything to youth, mistakes can harm the country.
I want to add here, youths were also important in the freedom struggle. Leaders like Bhagat Singh and Chandrasekhar Azad were very young, yet they inspired the whole nation. Even today, young volunteers in social movements like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan are creating change. Youth may lack experience, but they bring passion and courage, which older generations sometimes lose.
Yes, passion is good, but passion without direction can be dangerous. Many young people today spend hours on social media or gaming instead of focusing on real issues. Unemployment among youth is already a huge problem in India. If they cannot secure their own future, how can they build the nation?
I agree, some youth waste time, but not all. We should look at the positive examples. Young Indian scientists contributed to ISRO's Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan missions. These were not just led by senior scientists, but had large contributions from younger teams. Without youth, such success would be difficult.
But you are only giving examples of a few successful youth. The majority are struggling. Many students are under pressure from exams. Some are involved in protests that turn violent. If they are not properly guided, their energy can become destructive. That is why depending too much on youth is risky.
That's why the answer is not to ignore youth, but to empower them with education and guidance. The National Education Policy, NEP 2020, is one such step. When educated and skilled, young people become innovators, doctors, engineers, and social leaders. For example, Malala Yousafzai from Pakistan, though young, became a global symbol for girls' education.
True, Malala is inspiring, but again she is an exception. Most youth are influenced by trends, movies, and peer pressure. In India, we see many young people drawn into substance abuse or crime. Until these issues are solved, depending on youth for nation building is unrealistic.
We cannot judge the entire youth based on a few negative examples. Remember, every generation has problems, but it is the youth who adapt fastest to change. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, young volunteers and doctors worked tirelessly. Even young techies developed apps to track and manage health data. That shows responsibility.
I admit that some youth did good work during COVID, but let's be practical. Policies and governance are still handled by experienced leaders. We cannot expect a 20-year-old to run the economy or manage foreign relations. Youth should support, but not lead nation building.
But if we never give them leadership opportunities, how will they gain experience? India is a young democracy. If youth enter politics, social service, and startups, they will shape the future. For example, Finland has one of the youngest prime ministers in the world. Sanna Marin became PM at 34. Why not India?
India is much larger and more complex than Finland. With so many languages, castes, and religions, it needs experienced leaders to maintain balance. Youth can participate, but saying they are the main drivers of nation building is an overstatement.
To conclude, youth are not just the future, they are the present. With energy, skills, and creativity, they can transform India. We must trust them. To
My conclusion is that youth are important, but they are not ready to take full responsibility. Nation building requires maturity, which comes with age.
With guidance from the right people, youth can definitely overcome their weaknesses. Youth plays an essential role in progress, and India must invest in them.
Yes, youth have potential, but depending on them too much can be risky. We need a balance between experience and energy.
This was a great debate on role of youth in nation building. Now it's your turn to share your opinion in the comments. Do you think youth can play a good role in nation building? Let me know.